hyperpigmentation is hard to treat, but when you have the right tools, it's easy to kind of create a routine.
Hello. This is Brooke DeVard, and you're listening to the Naked Beauty Podcast. I am so excited about my guest today because he is a true skincare expert. Let me tell you all about Sean Garrette. Sean Garrette is an esthetician, creator, and the founder of Shawn Garrette Skin, a facial studio based in New York City. Sean began creating skincare content because he believes everyone deserves access to quality information about their skin. Again, one of the big inspirations behind this podcast is making skincare information more accessible. So we have so much to get into. In 2020, Sean was named as Fenty Beauty's first global ambassador. And in 2021, Sean joined Dior Beauty as their resident skincare expert. So luxury beauty, accessible beauty, Sean really does it all. The proof of Sean's skincare mastery is his flawless skin. And I am here in studio, flawless, shining, gleaming, beaming from across the room. I'm so excited to have him on the show. We are going to get into your burning skincare questions. Sean, welcome to Naked Beauty.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
You all had a chance to hear from Sean on our Met Gala recap episode where we did a deep dive on all the fashions and all the beautiful skin and makeup and beauty looks we saw on the carpet. But now we're really going to get into burning skincare questions. Sean.
Yes.
One of the biggest skincare concerns for everyone, but especially for people of color, is hyperpigmentation.
Yes.
And that's something you said you are an expert in.
I am.
So why is hyperpigmentation something that you focus on?
It's something I focus on because it's something that Black people, especially just anybody of color, really suffers from. Because so with Black skin, our skin actually holds on to trauma a lot more. I mean, go figure. So like when we do something like we pick or we do a treatment that's too aggressive or we're over exfoliating, our skin's response to that is to create excess melanin to protect the skin. Yes. And so we're more prone to hyperpigmentation.
Yes. I did a little research before this on just what causes hyperpigmentation. So hyperpigmentation happens when the skin produces too much melanin, and that's the pigment that gives skin its color, and it can be triggered by three things. Actually 4 things, but 3 mainly. Inflammation or trauma, as you're saying, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, PIH, which is like probably what you see a lot as an esthetician. Things like acne, eczema, cuts, or even bug bites can cause skin to darken in the affected area.
Yes.
Number 2, skin exposure. UV rays stimulating melanin production, often making dark spots more pronounced. And then hormonal changes.
Yes,
so like
say that.
melasma, birth control can cause
PCOS.
issues. Yes, PCOS. Yeah. Okay, so I see you're an expert in all of this. And it's just more common in dark skin because the melanocytes, which are melanin-producing cells, they're more active in darker skin. So any inflammation or irritation tends to leave behind more pigment.
Yes.
So how long have you had your studio or clinic? What do you call it? Is clinic?
I call it studio.
A studio.
Yeah.
Okay, Shawn Garrette Skin Studio.
It's like my little beauty cave.
You've been seeing people for how long?
So I had my first studio in New York in 2020.
Okay.
And I actually opened it right before COVID. So I had it for like a couple of months and I didn't get to really do all I wanted to do with it because we all had to close. And then by April, I was working for Rihanna. So it was hard to have a studio and work for her insane self. So I opened this one back in December and it kind of was like a spur of the moment thing.
Yes.
I knew I was planning to leave Dior. I knew I didn't want to stay in my contract. And so I was like, I want to have my own, I need to connect back to like my original roots and remember why I love beauty, why I love skin and why I started this. Because I started to lose that a bit.
Yes. And you get to touch people's faces and really see what skincare concerns people are struggling with. And I think hyperpigmentation is so common.
And it's so layered. So it's hyperpigmentation is hard to treat, but when you have the right tools, it's easy to kind of create a routine to help target those issues.
So what are the tools and what is the routine?
So the tools are really about consistent exfoliation.
Chemical or physical?
Chemical. I think for men, like with beards and facial hair, you need to have a good balance of physical and chemical.
Okay.
Because a lot of men with facial hair, they struggle with hyperpigmentation from razor bumps, ingrown hairs, things like that. So you need something that's going to physically lift the hairs up off of the skin and kind of release them from the pore. But then you also need the chemical, something like a mandelic, salicylic, to help exfoliate that dead skin and lighten the pigment of that.
Which exfoliants do you like?
We talked about it earlier. I love mandelic. So I love the Sophie Pavitt one, but I think that's, for me, that's good for like a daily thing, but it's not like the strength of it isn't going to really help with hyperpigmentation quick.
Okay.
So if you're looking for something that's going to help quick. I love, honestly, the 8th Day tonic is really, really good.
Of course, you'd recommend a $425 product.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
The 8th Day, the one in the black bottle,
the
like
8th
their
Day,
OG.
only because that's what I'm using right now.
Okay.
But everyone knows I'm a stand for Paula's Choice, so I love the BHA liquid. I've been talking about that for probably a decade now.
Yes.
They have a new Mandelic and Lactic toner, which I absolutely love.
So good.
And I love that because it has the mix of Mandelic and Lactic, which are two AHAs that are perfect for treating hyperpigmentation. And they're also very moisturizing so they don't dry out or stress the skin out.
Yes.
Which is important. Hyperpigmentation also needs to be treated with hydration. If your skin is dull, dehydrated, your hyperpigmentation will be more visible, it'll be more exaggerated, and the skin will just be lackluster. Your skin cannot function properly with dehydration.
Okay. Now, in terms of exfoliation, what is the right time to do it? So is it after cleansing always?
After cleansing, so I like to do a cleanse, and I like to do a spray of like a hydrating toner to kind of soften the skin. Then I love to go in with an exfoliant. So quickly, a few that I love, 2 from Paula's Choice, Mandelic BHA, the Edam Cashmere Tonic, beautiful. Prequel, super affordable at Target and online. It's a exfoliating milk, and that one has like a great like glycolic, malic, tartaric, so it's great for treating all things hyperpigmentation. And the Dr. Nurse Gross Pads, they come in 3 strengths. You can never go wrong with them. The extra strength will help with aggressive acne, hyperpigmentation. Universal, great for like daily issues. And then if you have super sensitive skin, they have the sensitive ones, and that has Mandelic and Lactic in it, so it's really good.
And then, okay, so we've cleansed, we've exfoliated. Sunscreen is a really big part.
Sunscreen is super important.
So are people wearing enough sunscreen? Are they reapplying? How do you help people? Like, what is the right sunscreen guidance if you're dealing with hyperpigmentation?
So we say like 2 fingers lengths or like 1/4 of a teaspoon, but really you want to make sure that your skin should be coated in the sunscreen. If it feels like it's too much, it's enough. Like whenever I do videos of me applying sunscreen, people are like, you put all that damn sunscreen. I'm like, yeah, and that's why I look like this.
Period.
And I don't have hyperpigmentation all over because I'm following the skincare routine. And I still struggle with hyperpigmentation. I mean, it's never going to be away forever because I'm exposed to the environment. I'm not always going to be reapplying my sunscreen like I should. I love to vacation and be in the sun and tan. I love to be on a boat. So I'm going to tan and have some hyperpigmentation. I still break out, things like that. Yes. But also things like lasers help a lot with helping me maintain my skin texture and hyperpigmentation.
What are your go-to sunscreens?
My go-to sunscreens, Ultraviolet just made their land in the US. They're an Australian brand. Okay. I love their SPF serum, SPF 50, and they have another SPF 50, which is like a moisturizing kind of fluid. I love, if I'm doing a mineral, love the Summer Fridays, one of the most excellent mineral sunscreens. Also heard the ultraviolet one is really good too, but I haven't tried that one. Naturium makes excellent sunscreens. Okay. And then also Prequel, they make probably my favorite right now. It's called Solar Shade. It's a great one. If you have combination, dry skin, it's so good.
Okay. My 2 last questions about hyperpigmentation. Yeah. What are the mistakes that you see people making most often when it comes to hyperpigmentation?
Over-exfoliating.
Okay.
So people think because the more you exfoliate, the quicker the hyperpigmentation is going to go away. That's not going to happen. Your skin has a cycle. So it naturally exfoliates itself and turns over every like 28 to 30 days. It slows down as you age. So as you age, you do need to exfoliate more often, but most people from like 25 to 35, like our age range, 2 to 3 times a week is enough. But some people want to exfoliate every day, and then everything in their routine is exfoliating. They want to use an exfoliating cleanser, exfoliating toner, then they want to do exfoliating mask, then they want to do an exfoliating cream, and it's like, girl, no.
It's entirely too much.
Yeah, just because Caudalie has a beautiful glycolic line, you don't need to use the glycolic serum, the glycolic cream, the glycolic toner. No. You pick 1 or 2. Like I love an exfoliating cleanser, and I like a dedicated exfoliating treatment.
Yes.
And then I like everything else to be hydrating, skin barrier, loving.
Yes. Picking at acne. Terrible, but a lot of people do it. I know. How do you stop people from doing that?
Honestly, I have to show them like the tools to get rid of the breakouts.
Yes.
So usually anyone who has acne or hyperpigmentation, I'm offering them some kind of Mandelic or spot treatment that they could use, or a sulfur mask, or I'm putting them on like an azelaic acid daily. because that's really good. I think azelaic acid is really slept on as an acne treatment.
Yes, I love azelaic acid. Before you go, I have to ask you, what is your number one tip for glowing, beautiful skin? Because your skin is truly insane.
Hydration, exfoliation. Those are truly the 2 steps.
Internal hydration or external?
No, because I'm dehydrated right now, girl. So I'm never hydrated, okay? I work every damn day, and I sleep late. Like, I go to bed at 3 a.m. every day. It's ridiculous. So I'm always dehydrated. So that's why I said earlier, like, my skincare routine makes up for my horrible lifestyle choices.
Yes. Okay. I love it.
Because I'm still eating the Wingstop. I'm still drinking the tequila.
I agree.
I'm still going to bed at 3 a.m.
Happiness makes your skin look good.
Yeah.
And when do you feel most beautiful?
I feel the most beautiful when I'm seen by my community. Truly. Like, when girls come up to me on the street and tell me I changed their skin, when they say, like, they save up to come see me in my studio. And that was a big part too, because during the pandemic, like, people were making appointments and coming to see me, and they couldn't because I had to close. Now being able to have that experience again with people who followed me from 10 years ago online, it's like, it's super fulfilling, and it gives me like a sense of joy and also fulfillment to be able to help people. I think, like, as a Virgo, my purpose in life is to help people feel beautiful, and in turn, doing that makes me feel great and beautiful about myself.
Yes, I love it. And I've loved watching your journey.
Thank you.
All of these years.
I know you've known me since I was so young.
So young. And it's just, I feel like you're living your purpose and living your dream. And it's really only the beginning.
Thank you. I feel the same.
Yes. Thank you so much, Shawn.
Thank you.